Hey guys, what's up? My name is Taylor Laios for those of you who don't know me, and for those of you who do, welcome back. Thanks for sticking around. Sorry I'm wearing a hat today. I never really wear hats. Let me know if you like it. I don't know. I just felt like switching things up and my hair was really flat, so hats are a great solution to flat hair, just saying. Today we're going to be talking about the weird things that I thought as a child. I tried to remember as many as I could because Jenna Marbles, she has multiple videos about this and hers are hilarious too. I don't know how she remembers everything that she thought as a child like that. Like, it's crazy. Before we get started, make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell so that you never miss an upload. I would really appreciate it if you guys could subscribe for me. Thank you. And then also check out my social media. My Instagram is tay.marie and my Snapchat is taylaios with 2 Y's. Okay, so now let's jump into the video. So I remember walking through the halls of my elementary school. I want to say that I was probably in 1st or 2nd grade, and I looked at a poster and I was reading the poster on the wall and it said human beings. And I was like, that's weird, because in my head it was always human beings. That's always what I heard. Yes, human beings. So I remember I said something to one of my classmates and I was like, why does it say human beings? Isn't it human beings? And they looked at me and they were like, are you okay? I mean, I understand how I got it confused because like human beings, human beings, human beings, human beings sounds really similar. Now, the next one is something that I actually told my brother as a little kid. So if you have siblings, you're probably familiar with what I'm about to talk about. In my case, I would manipulate and lie to my brothers all the time and like freak them out. And if you were a younger kid, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. Your older siblings probably fed you lies and convinced you of the dumbest things. So my little brother, Steve, when he was little, I used to tell him that he actually was adopted and that we found him in a trash can. And that a hobo threw him off a roof into a trash can and then we found him and took him in. And I'm pretty sure that his little 3-year-old brain, I think it started to believe it because I said it so much. What a great sister. And I would always do the exact same thing with my other little brother, Connor. So basically my little brothers, I made them my minions. I would be like, Stevie, will you go get me some milk? And he would. I had it tied down. Like, being the oldest is the best at times, I must say. It's pretty chill. So for you guys to understand this, I'm gonna have to go into a little bit of a backstory. My grandma, she has a lot of sisters, and her mom gave up some of them for adoption when they were younger. So 2 of my grandma's sisters got adopted by a rich doctor when they were babies. So my grandma and her sister, Avis, grew up with their real mom, and then Kathy and Nancy grew up with a rich doctor. So they really did not even know each other growing up. They went years, like I want to say 30 years, 40 years without knowing each other, and they connected online. So at that point, Kathy had children, Nikki and Erica, who are my cousins now. And my mom's cousins. They're like some sort of cousin. I don't really know how it works. So one day, my mom told me that she was going to meet her cousins and aunts. I didn't know that you could meet your cousins and aunts later in life. Like, I thought that you just had them, you know? So the only logical conclusion was that my mom had met Nikki and decided, oh, she's gonna be my cousin now. So I thought that you could choose your cousins. I mean, I guess it's not like the dumbest thing a kid could think with that situation, but I hope that wasn't too confusing. It definitely was too confusing for younger me to understand, which is why I came up with this whole other reasoning. Also, when I was little, my grandparents would play like a trick on us kids. So Mama would be like, oh, Taylor, if you have the magic, you can control the window with your mind. If you just say, window roll up, window roll down. And my grandpa would actually be in the front seat, like pushing down the buttons so that the window would move. So I was convinced that I was magic and had amazing powers and could control windows moving up and down in the car. And they, of course, told my mom, and then my mom would do the exact same thing. And I'd be like, window up, and then the window would go up in the back seat, and I was like, and then I think one day my mom just got like sick of it and she was like, Taylor, you're not magic, are you kidding? Come on, you're smart. And I was just like crushed, like, are you kidding? I really thought that I was magical. Mom crushed my spirits, honestly. Also, when I was little, I thought that you had to be 17, 18, or 19 to be a real teenager. 13, no, like, you're not a teenager in my mind. I don't know why I thought this. Like, I think it's because 13-year-olds still looked young, but 19, 18, and 17-year-olds like looked really old. And when we'd play house in preschool, I would always say that I'm like 18 years old, because you got to pick your age, of course, and your name. I would always say that my name was Ashley and that I was 18, and it was lit, and we had a great time playing house. I also pronounced many things wrong, along with thinking it was human beings. I also thought it was bless you, like blesh, because when people would say bless you, like the su kind of went together and it sounded like bless you to me. So I would say bless you. I think I didn't realize it was bless you until I was like 13. Like, I'm not kidding, I really thought it was bless you my entire elementary school life, maybe even into middle school, I don't know. I also used to say ruin instead of ruin, but that was just because of my mom. I don't know what was up, but my mom and my grandma, for some reason, learned English the incorrect way and pronounced ruin like roin, which sounds like groin. That does not sound anything like ruin. They sound like completely different words, but I cut that habit freshman year of college. I'm not kidding. People would be like, what are you saying, if I ever use the word groin in a sentence? So then I was like, okay, I need to just work on this and figure it out. And I did. Now I say ruin. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. Every kid has a theory for, you know, sex, you know, babies. I had seen TV shows here and there, so I would always notice that they would just be like laying on top of each other naked in bed. So that's what I thought sex was. I thought it was just when you laid naked with someone in a bed, that was sex. And so I would do that with my Bratz dolls. Make it all scandalous. My Bratz dolls, guys, they had the craziest storylines. Like, I had so much fun playing Bratz. I could play Bratz all day, and me and my other friends, we get together, we bring our Bratz dolls, we make the most complex storylines. Honestly, I think it stems from my mom's soap operas, because I would see them and there'd always be like scandals and cheating, so I would make that stuff happen with my Bratz. I don't even know how old I was, but just wilding out, making them all sleep together and stuff. I don't know how to describe this. This isn't really something that I thought as a kid, but it was just something that traumatized me. So I went to King's Dominion when I was a little girl. I was always really scared of roller coasters, so I finally just went on a roller coaster that was a baby one, of course, and it really freaked me out. And I kid you not, I want to say months following up after that roller coaster, I was really scared of driving, and I would always imagine the car like going off the road all the time. Like, it really stressed me out. Right near my house there's a really hilly area, so I would always imagine the car just taking off the side of the road, going down the hills like a roller coaster, pretty much. And then another thing that I always used to do when I was a kid, I guess my grandpa, he used to ask me, he's like, would you rather marry a rich man that's ugly, this is actually really bad, or a handsome poor man? And I would say, I'm gonna marry a handsome poor man. I'll make all the money myself. I don't care. I just want to have beautiful kids. So that was me in my developmental years. That was my mindset. Yeah, I always really wanted beautiful kids. That's what I cared about. I've said before in my other videos that I wanted like 10 kids growing up. So yeah, like other girls would dream about their weddings growing up. I never dreamed about that. I never cared about my wedding. I always just cared about what my kids were gonna be like, and my kids, my children. So yeah, my non-existent kids. Good. Hey guys, it's future me editing right now, and I'm in my brother's room, by the way, because he has a much better computer for this kind of stuff. But I remembered one more idiotic thing that I thought as a kid. So I remember I saw an article and it was like Avril Lavigne's grandpa passed away while she was on tour. Oh wait, I have to sneeze. Bless me. So the article said that her grandfather was sick and she couldn't visit him because she was on tour. And I remember thinking, like, girl, why wouldn't you visit your grandpa if you're just touring the world? I didn't realize that a world tour was for her music and it wasn't just seeing Rome and sightseeing, which is what I thought it was. Anyway, I just thought I'd throw that on there. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. It was kind of all over the place, but hopefully it was a little funny. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you have a fantastic day. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up because it really helps me out. And I will see you guys next week or before that. You never know. Bye.